Hello Odooers and welcome to this video on delivery methods in Odoo e-commerce. When it comes to online sales, checkout is where everything comes together. Your customers want clear delivery options, accurate shipping costs, and a smooth way to complete their purchase. And on your side, you want a setup that matches your logistics, whether you rely on carriers like DHL or UPS, or prefer to define your own custom rules. In this video, we'll start by configuring delivery providers and methods, explore how shipping costs are calculated, and even create a custom delivery option from scratch. Then, we'll see how all of this appears on your website right where your customers make their final decision. Let's do this! So here we are on our database, and the first thing I want to do is go to Configuration and Settings. Now here I'll type Delivery in the search bar, and the option that interests us is this Configure Delivery Methods. First, let's configure our delivery providers by clicking on this link. Here are several delivery providers like DHL or UPS or SendCloud and so on. Some are already installed and have this Delivery Methods button. Others aren't installed yet and have the Install button. To activate any of these, just click on Install. And if you want to install several ones, switch to the list view and then select the ones that you would like to install and then just click on Activate. Now let's take a look at our delivery methods. For that, we'll just click Configuration and then we'll go to Delivery Methods. Now here is the list of all the methods that are available for shipping. These are installed automatically after you install a delivery provider. Let's take a look at this bpost method to see how it's configured. Now in this provider field, we see that my provider is of course bpost. As a reminder, the providers are the shipping carriers we installed a few seconds ago. The integration field over here determines what happens when a delivery order is validated in Odoo. There are two options here, the get rate and create shipment. Now, get rate disconnects the carrier to calculate the shipping cost but doesn't book the shipment. Think of it as checking the price without confirming anything. Once the delivery order is validated, you or your team will need to manually book the shipment with the carrier outside of Odoo. The second option, get rate and create shipment, goes a step further. Not only does it calculate the shipping cost, but it also books the shipment with the carrier as soon as the delivery order is validated. This way, the entire process is handled in Odoo, saving you that manual step. So, depending on how much control you want Odoo to have over your delivery process, you can choose the option that works best for your workflow. I can also set the margins I want to take upon delivery costs. I can give the shipping away for free if the total reaches a certain amount. Here, for example, we'll say that we want it to be 50 euros. And then here in the bpost configuration tab, we can see many fields that will help us configure our delivery method. In the bpost account number and the passphrase fields, you have to enter the data related to your bpost account, which you can find on the bpost website. Now this is specific to bpost, but if you choose any other provider, Odoo will ask for your credentials in this section. You will always find these credentials on your account on the provider's website. Now in the availability tab, in the destination section, I can decide whether this method is available for all locations or just for specific ones. Remember that if you leave these fields blank, then it will be available for all locations. And here on the right, I can set a max weight and a max volume, which means that if the total volume or weight of the order is higher than the number I put here, then it's not possible to ship using this method. And to make all of this official, well, we'll just publish over here, because if we don't, it won't be available for our customers at the checkout step. Now let's go back to our list of delivery methods and let's create a new one from scratch by clicking on New. I will name it Green Mobility, and I can choose in this provider field among several providers, which are the ones that we installed in the beginning of this video. Select any of these and you'll see that the options will automatically adapt to the provider you choose, like this. But since we are making a custom delivery method and that we want the price to change according to the situation, we will say that it is going to be based on rules. And here in the pricing tab, we will add a new line and we will set the prices condition over here on the weight. So let's say it has to be smaller or equal to 0.50. So in other terms, if the product is over this weight, this specific delivery method will not be available. Now for the delivery cost, we'll say it is 3 euros, no matter what, plus 0.80 times the weight, we'll leave it like that, of the product. So we'll save and close, and the last thing we need to do is link this delivery method to a product over here. This is because this cost needs to appear on your customer's sales order. So we don't have the product yet, so we'll search for more, and then we will create a new one. So this product will be specific to this delivery method. For the name of the product, we'll keep it simple. We will call it Green Mobility, just like our method. We'll give it the same sales price as our method, so it was 3 euros, and then we have to make it available over here for sales. Finally, so we'll click on Save, and if we go on the product, we cannot forget to publish it over here in the e-commerce tab. Because if we don't, well then it won't be available on our website. Okay, now let's go back to our method. And what we'll do here is we will just publish it so that it's available on our website. And now this delivery method is available to your customers. Now let's look at the result. But for this to work, of course, our product needs a weight value. So we'll add one for any of our products. We will go to e-commerce and to our products, and we will choose the watermelon mug. Now here we can go to the inventory tab, and over here in the logistics section, we can specify values such as weight and volume. Now, because our rule is only based on weight, for now, I'll just add the weight, and I will say it is 0.45 kilograms, so 450 grams. Okay, let's save, and now let's see what happens when we buy it. So we will just go to our shop. We will choose the watermelon mug, and then we will add it to our cart and go to the checkout. Okay, I'll put it just one item so that we can really see what happens. And when we go to our delivery over here, we see that we have our delivery method here, Green Mobility, and that it is indeed 3 euros plus 0.80 times the weight of the mug, exactly like we set up. And there you go. Now your clients can choose the easiest method to receive their purchases. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to check our online documentation for more information. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.